Right, welcome back. Let's give it another go. What have we got? Dash generates an energy blast at the end point. Interesting. Very interesting. It's not giving us the pity bonus this time. But it has decided to immediately try to kill me. These turrets are annoying as well. I think I've just decided that a lot of the new enemies are just infuriating and I hate them. Oh no, not these things. And it's gonna go behind me and do that. And I was trying to melee it. And that was our first room. I'm gonna need a proper weapon. Yeah. Right. What was finisher again? Is that damage to low health? Yeah. Right. We've got a key. We've got... How can I get up there? I think I see. We go up here. And pick this up here. Correct? It's an integrity upgrade. I mean, great in the long run. Right now I need to not die. Oh look, that tiny heal that's probably like half of one hit. Yay! Right, let's have a look. Minor damage. What a terrible first room. That's the first room as well. What a terrible first room. That's not really worth it. Can we get... Yeah, there's some ether here, isn't there? So that's refunded at least one of what we spent. So we just need another 4 now. And we break even on this run. This is that challenge that I just don't want to do. There must be a way of crossing that stuff, whatever you want to call it, without actually taking damage. I'm beginning to wonder if while you're jumping it doesn't affect you or something, but I highly doubt that that's the case. Okay, we'll take our leave on that. We don't use this until we've increased our proficiency rate, but what we can do is, again, we'll clear the chamber out and see if we can find any malignant items or parasites in the flora. Not really much. We'll say as well, as a roguelike, there's not actually much room variation. It's mostly just the placement of... In fact, even items are placed in similar spots each time. What I'd actually find quite interesting is if they would maybe the dead versions of you. If it would like leave some behind, and each time the dead version of you, it would leave one behind where you died in that room if it ever gets generated again. What? What? You can't dash through those. What? I mean, how am I going to get out of there? Because it was encompassed, like there was the door at the start and at the end. Ah. How am I supposed to know that you can't dash through that and then trap myself in there? Ah. I'm feeling a bit cheated with these now. I will say I'm beginning to feel a bit cheated by the game, that it just throws a boss at me that just as I've nearly killed it, kills me. Damaged robot. Personal item. What was the description actually? Astra... No, not the pistol, the... Oh, robot, it's on the right. Increases invulnerability time after getting hit. I think these turrets are absolutely cheap. They're just cheap shots, these, because it's... You can't dodge it, is the thing. It's the hit scan. If that weapon fires, it hits you. When you get close, you can kind of run around it, but until such a time, it's just going to snipe you from across the room. Narrower, more explosive spit. I'm not that fussed about backsplash, I'm really not. I'd rather have a slug, in all honesty, with that. But yeah, I'm feeling like the game is just like through RNG. It's like, uh-oh, you roll the boss and now you die. You know, uh-oh, you got a really bad curse, well, really bad malfunction, and now you die. You know, here's a really particularly nasty room setup, now you die. I'm beginning to get that sort of vibe with it. It's starting to grate on me. Like, and just with that last one, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know that the different coloured lasers you can't dodge through. So it's a trap room, but if you've not seen it before, if you've not faced that damage type up until now, I've seen it on the malignant enemies, those like mini bosses. And I know that it causes you to have suit malfunctions. I didn't know it's undodgeable, which is starting to explain why those enemies have been giving me issues. I've been trying to dodge their attacks, and I bet I wasn't just not dodging correctly. I bet I was getting hit by malignant attacks that cannot be dodged, most likely. That's probably the case. Are we playing Ring Around the Roses here? I feel like I need a little bit more damage on this. Not a lot. Well, maybe it's fine. But yeah, some of them, it leaves on a little sliver of health. Onslaught. A moderate damage repair. Absolutely not. It's saying though there's some, yes, ether in the corner. I'll take that. But yeah, it's like, I feel like that's a scumbag way, because it's that, if you went into that room not knowing that, thinking, oh, I can dodge, and then you get hit, the only way out is to go through it again, and you can't. It will kill you if you've not got enough health. So it's literally, it's a death trap room. If you didn't know going in, that's it, you're dead, and you can't get out of the way. Both of those, that's probably like a 20 or so % increase, I think, something like that. But it will basically make it so I can't dodge correctly, which will probably do way more damage toward me. What's annoying as well is just a little quality of life feature. This, if it kept on your map, items, you know, health, things like that. If you hovered over them on the map, if it told you what you'd left behind, because if the game's going to put this much emphasis on backtracking back in the game here, then I would like to be able to see what I've left behind, rather than it just be things like that's where the shop is, that's where the teleporter is. It's like, yeah, but I want to see the individual items I've left behind in a room then. If we're going to get all, you know, if we're going to get this focused in on backtracking and going back for previous items and so on. Because yes, I'd like to know that I've maybe left a parasite behind there now. Just something that has crossed my mind. I fell and I hit myself for it. Great. Right, get up here. Up here. What's the Gotcha. Okay, just one. Again, these malfunctions can be absolutely devastating to a run, but don't worry, it will give you 1/3 of a health upgrade. A tiny health upgrade. It's absolutely atrocious, the little amount that gives you, yet they're asking for so much in return. Like, they're just not worth it, not in my opinion. But then it begs the question as to why on earth they're even in the game then. why even bother? I mean, I'm getting ether at a decent rate now, but not enough to be able to just cleanse everything like it seems to be wanting me to. Absolutely not. And yet, again, it's just, you don't get enough of it, it doesn't seem very useful. Again, there's a lot of things in this game that make me wonder why they've done what they've done in certain times. What's this then? Is it just oblites, or is it no, it's a parasite this time. Increases the chance of finding... Oh, absolutely not. The bonus there is huge, don't get me wrong. The bonus there is absolutely massive, right? No joke. That bonus is massive. 1 less adrenaline, you only need 3. You need 3 kills to put your adrenaline up. Dropping that to 2 is huge. I'll be able to keep my adrenaline way higher. That means I'll be doing things like have a better overload shots, better melee abilities. I'll find more obolites. I'll get better proficiency, which means better weapons. I remember this. No. Yes, please. No, I've fallen. I tried to be a bit too quick. I didn't see that there either. Right, okay, I'm getting to the point where I think I'm going to look these up. Because I don't know how to do that. Maybe if you do just spam the jump button, you'll be able to just hop across. Okay, right, let's see what we've got. We've got an item, we've got just a suicide button essentially there. Hey, do you want to curse this? Well, do you want to give yourself malfunctions for repairs moderate damage to integrity? But no, everything's cursed. I would genuinely at this point, if there were an item that was something along the lines of you just find far fewer malignant items, I would take it, even if it meant that items weren't as good or something. You know, what about a parasite that lowers your proficiency by a level or 2, but in return you can have the chances of finding malignant items is like halved. It almost never happens. How's about that for an item idea, perhaps? How on earth am I meant to get up there then? I've seen you there. How on earth do I get there? There's no like secret hiding here or anything, is there? Can I stand on the statues? No. And I'm not going to make it, it's higher up. So God knows what the idea is there that they're expecting me to do, but I'll have to try some other I'll have to figure that out some other time. No idea. Take 1 additional hit before adrenaline drops. Useful. Worth getting if there's nothing better in the shops. But I'll not be buying it now. Right. Yeah, it's very expensive considering what it is, and in all honesty, it's like, yeah, I could spend that on just a straight up health upgrade or something along those lines. Much more, you know, there's much better uses of my resources at this point in time. That's malignant. I'm really beginning to get fed up of these malignant items now. There's far too many of them knocking about. It feels like half the items in the game are malignant. No, I want to. No. It'd be nice if when you were out of combat, if you looked at something, you could kind of tell what it is. Or if they just made it so that ether didn't look like a malignant item.
I don't remember much about my childhood. What remains of the house isn't anything worth recalling. Mother was always herself. I wasn't that bad, was I?
So it's dilapidated again this time. Does that mean it's not available to be explored? I believe it does. So if it's pristine, that means we can probably go in. If it's not, then we can't. Also, is there just a extra area up there that we can't currently go up to? It's just sort of there for some reason. And is this the drop? Yep. You come through, you see the house, you go past the dead versions of yourself and the statues, destroy the plants, drop down, and there's the shop. So it was... oh, what was the item back there now? It was alright, I know that much. There's an alright item there. No gem eyes. 330 to spend. I begin to wonder if maybe I should, instead of buying an item at the start. But it does give you a new unlock, which is nice. But maybe I should... yeah, that's not bad, but it's expensive. We tried that last time, that's kind of terrible. Increase the max integrity. I'm a bit disappointed that there's so many of these that are to do with melee, and yet it's just like, it's not like there's a melee system in the game. It's like, no, you can do a swipe. If you want to get fancy, you can dash and swipe. And yet, you know, if you got all the melee upgrades, it's like, oh, you could theoretically, you know, go in, dash towards an enemy, leave an explosion behind as you do, hit them really hard with the melee, that would kill them, give you create an explosion there when you do it, give you a speed boost and reset your dash cooldown so you can move from enemy to enemy, and there's like 3 or 4 different perks that interact with melee. And yet the only one I've seen for the guns, which is the kind of main point of the game, is plus 10% weapon damage, or plus 5% damage when, I think it was plus 5 for each adrenaline level or something. It's like, oh, I would have thought there'd have been more for the guns. You know, like some of the things that you find on the weapons themselves, some of the perks, I would have thought would be artifacts, you know. Oh, projectiles pass through walls, explode on impact, have increased range and accuracy and stuff like that. You'd expect those. This would almost kill us, I think, now. Right, we probably want to avoid that for now. We'll head back, we'll head further in. Golden guy there. Gotta get it. 20 odd cash, that'll worth. few more than this. Let's see. The melee didn't quite hit. I was slightly short. I misjudged the distance. Ugh. Ow! Is one of these a flying enemy? Yes. Got him. Just take him out from above safely, eh? No reason to put myself at risk. A small amount of weapon proficiency. Hooray. And yes, the rate at which we are currently going, we haven't long for this world, unfortunately again. There is a health marker on the map, so I'm wondering where it is. Because it's saying it's down here somewhere. There it is. Oh, thank God it's moderate. Right. Some more weapon proficiency. And increases protection but gives us malfunction probability. I could use some protection right now. I honestly think if you just went and got a load of protection, repair efficiency, health and weapon proficiency, you would almost certainly be fine. I think I'm going to have to crack open the chest just to see. I'm going to say it's probably going to be a bad weapon. But the chances of it being a healing item or something, I need to know because we're getting a bit desperate now. Carbine. Leech rounds. It's got leech rounds. So that can help heal me, perhaps? We'll see. I've yet to see that be very effective, but we'll see. And we'll go down the bonus path. Might be, yep, an item. Increase the protection. You know what we could do? We have a lot of money. What we could do... How much is this? I'm going to say we could just go back to the actual shop. But I tell you what, we've got a consumable, haven't we? Where? Yes, there we go. We've now got a lot of additional protection. Now remember, we've got increased malfunction chance. So I don't want to be taking any more malfunction risks at all. I think I've essentially sworn off the idea of malfunctions at this point. I just don't like taking malfunction items now. I've been burnt too many times at this point. We'll essentially be ignoring that entire part of the game. I mean, like very high, that will give us a malfunction. And that could literally kill us. So it's like, okay, you might find a better item. You might find a good item, Or not. Or you might just, you know, literally die. Oh. That seems harsh. That seems like it's not a very fair bet. You know, that's not a fair trade, that. No, it's not. There's a chance you might get something good. Possibly. If you've been a good boy. But you might also just, you know, drop dead. It's a carbine now as well. Don't think it's a shotgun anymore. Managed to dodge him. Miracles do happen. And he has this much range on those shockwaves. Every time. But ooh. Right, let's have a look. Easy to okay. Right, so we have now we've got rising pitch on this, which if we fire we start doing more and more we get more and more fire rate as we go, which is really good. Alternatively, we can get this, which will Jesus Christ! It's like, right, do you want the minigun or do you want the what the hell would you call this? It's like I mean, Jesus Christ. When you get the full auto launcher, I mean, now if I were to go against that guy, I'd feel sorry for him at this point. You know what, we'll just shoot these. If something appears on the map saying that there's an item there now, we can go and investigate, but I don't want to have to walk around. I'm becoming lazy now, even though it's like, oh, but there's a chance. In fact, should I even be... Well, yeah, I should use them. I should go in... I should still open them up. I'm not going to use any malignant items, but they might drop a parasite, which may be beneficial, I guess. This room was at the beginning earlier. I would wonder if falling down there would count as dropping to a different floor, thus damaging you. Or if it would just count as essentially falling to this floor and not do so. Never mind, anyway. It's all... Anyway, we're not going to use that now. We have a very, very good weapon at the moment. Yeah. This is the boss. As I said, facing a boss now, I feel sorry for the boss. Large amount. That wasn't... I mean, it was a decent bit. That's a large amount. That is terrible. But it fires like, you know. fires tentacles. Come on, tentacles. Not on a pistol. That is awful. Like, here's the best, worst weapon in the game. Just utterly abysmal. Why would you bother? Like, why would they even ask me that? Like, do you want a pistol, or do you want to instead go like this? Hey, they did give me some of that. I forget as well they can give herbalites, so we definitely should be opening them. Yeah, it is. So why would you buy anything else? Well, why would you use anything else when you've got this thing? This is absolutely broken in every way, and I love it. Right, oh, there's some statues at the edges. Are there any over here with glowy eyes? They look so ominous as well. They're like really creepy looking with the eyes. Oh, these glow I'm going here. Alright, nice. Okay. That's us. We're definitely getting faster at this whole thing, aren't we? So we've got some chests we've not opened. There's a fabric. Did we use that? Well, that was for protection, wasn't it? Yes, I believe we bought that. How much protection am I on now? 25%, very nice. How much would a health upgrade cost? Not much more. We're close. I'd really like to take some health into the final, into the boss. I'd really like to. That'll be 150, so it might be a tall ask, that. We'll see. He says as he finds just a literal cave full of cash. Okay, I want to go from this side. Okay, lovely to see. Upgrade? Yes. Yeah, definitely in the run but one. I do begin to believe now that run that got us to here was honestly a once in a, like, we were lucky to get it, basically, I think. Right, unless this is amazing. That's not great. That's kind of alright. That's 10% weapon damage. Okay. They are worth going back to, so first door off of the shop could be interesting to go back to. That's worth getting, I think, so. And here's that one up. I'm honestly considering using all this ether to get a 1-up, as well as a so yeah, I'm considering getting a 1-up. Seems we keep dying on the enemies on the approach. Oh, they go straight through. They tear through that thing. But yes, I'm honestly beginning to consider just getting getting a 1-up and maybe spending some to gain Obolites, then buying some extra things from the shop now that there's those finisher sulfur. Blade harmonizer. What's that do? I'd at least like to see that. Increases melee damage while this weapon is equipped. Again, why is there so much that interacts with a mechanic that's like... I mean, honestly, the melee is just... it's like a nice little extra move. It's just like... It's like having the knife on Call of Duty. It's like, it's there, it's sometimes useful, but it's not something you build, you run around, and then they just offer you nothing but melee enhancers. Oh dear. Malfunctioning one. Ugh. It's not worth it. It could just give me a bad consumable. Alright, let's see what we've got. Challenge room. Absolutely not. I've got a good run going. I honestly, at this point, wonder if the game would just be better off asking me if I want to just kill myself on those rooms rather than just giving me that. Just big bold lettering. Do you want to commit suicide? Preferably not. So I've only completed one of those ever. Granted, if I were ever going to do it, now would be the time. I hate how those go through walls. And that these turrets just exist. They're so annoying, those enemies. They are so annoying. They drop those right on you. You can't jump over them. You have to dodge through them. And there's so many of them. They just spam them everywhere. It's awful. And this area is nothing but those enemies. I mean, there's enhanced hounds that you can come across. There's like the enhanced version of those hounds that were in the desert area. That I could have put here or anything like that. No. They're putting those enemies here. And they're, again, just the absolute worst. But we've got a very good weapon. We're still doing okay for health. We've got a very nice amount of cash. And I think that honestly, this could be the run that does it. That's the projectile portal again. Large amount of weapon proficiency. And we've got, well there we've got some more obolites. Right. Is this some ether? Looks like ether on the map. It is. Right then. That should be it. There's no other doors in this chamber, is there? No. We've got a few chests, but is this it? Have we actually reached the end? We have. We've got there. We finally managed it. Was it like the fourth or fifth go? We've got plenty of money. Got some decent items. I'm going to go and buy some weapon damage, I think. And some extra health, because God knows we could use more health at the moment. We're not doing very well on that. And we'll push through to the final boss. Let's see what we've got. So what did we have here then? We have a heal, more powerful melee, weapon damage for adrenaline, blasts when we use a dash. There was a fabricator, wasn't there? Did we pick up the weapon damage one? No, it was through here. Yes. No, you stupid game, why did you... I bounced off the damn side. Can I not go back? You can't go back. Or was it in this room? No, I'm sure it was in that room. No, you can't go back. Right, we missed out on that then. Right. Well, now I definitely need to buy this, because otherwise I'm going to be on low health. What else was there? We've left chests. So we can go back to those. And there's something in that room. Was that maybe it? Perhaps. Right, we'll quickly head back, see what we can find. Head here. Right, let's have a look. We do now want to be looking back at chests. $19. Ooh, but this is fully auto. Ooh. Use a chance to find malignant. Oh no. Absolutely not. Bonus damage, boys. It's all on bonus damage. It does extra damage when they're... That's... Because it's on damage and it's higher level, I think I'll take that. Even though it's like, ooh, a full auto rocket launcher. It's low level, but it's a hell of a weapon. Even low level, it's a hell of a weapon. We're gonna need that damage. What else have we got? There's some health and things around. What else? What else? What else? Actually, we want to keep going through here. There's a chest going through. No. Stability, projectile reactivity, and shoot through the like walls. No, thank you. There are better items available. I'm carrying one. Right. Let's go through here. What have we got? That might be worth coming back for if we remember. Moderate chance of... Right, let's have a look. What else is there to get? It's basically just teleport over and get them at that point. And there's a few here. I'll be honest, if I could choose an item, I'd probably ask for like a heal more than anything at this point. I could open one of these up and it'd be like some yeah, if I could open one of these up and it'd be some small or, well, yeah, some like a large heal, I'd like that. I could go for a large heal right now. You know, just go and face the boss on full. Launcher, full auto, level 19, easy to use, enlarged chamber. Full auto version of our launcher. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That's great. We've only a few areas left to just check for items we've left. Let's see what we get. Could we get to it? We could get to that, couldn't we? Right. There. What do we get? Waves. No thanks. I'm not fussed about the locked one. You'd think that the locked ones would have better stuff, but honestly, it's kind of just more of the same. Like, they really could do with there being like a super chest in the game that's locked, you know. It'd be nice, that. Rather than it just being like, no, it's just the default chest, but it's locked. Do you want an extra chest to go with your other chests? It's like, no, once you've found a good weapon, you don't need to keep opening chests. You know, if you've got a good weapon that's around your proficiency level, you're probably sorted. There's no need to keep going for these. Also, that's a point. We can always, if we somehow manage to recover our health, God only knows how it expects us to. Oh, this is malignant, isn't it? That's why we didn't come back here. Oh, but isn't this locked?
The severed are still here, like me. But despite their broken bodies and minds, they've ascended. The severed achieve clarity and madness by climbing the throne of exaltation. My father once sat atop it, every organ pipe chanting in a way I never could.
Well, let's find what we've got here. I think we've got some parasites showing up. What have we got? Oh, no. And this one. So, hostiles leave behind. Oh, no, we've seen that one before. It's probably just going to give us something. Well, probably give us something terrible. I think that's the problem. It's, again, I mentioned it before, the point of roguelikes isn't just randomness for the sake of randomness. It's usually giving you choices between randomly generated items, but still giving you some sort of choice and way of tailoring your run to a certain extent. They seem to have in this just giving you, here's a random pile of rubbish, it'll give you some random thing, and if you cross your fingers hard enough, you might actually, you know, get something good that doesn't suck entirely. Right, we'll cut it there, and I suppose we'll be beating the boss hopefully next time. Right, I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching.